walks into the table, you see the same old thing. Knife and fork on the table, ain't nothing in my pan. And you better not complain, boy, or get in trouble with the man. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let that midnight special shine a ever-loving light on me. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let that midnight special shine a ever-loving light on me. Comes Miss Rosie, how in the world do you know? I know her by her apron and the dress she wore. Umbrella on her shoulder, piece of paper in her hand. She come to see the governor, she wants to free her mind. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let that midnight special shine a ever-loving light on me. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let that midnight special shine a ever-loving light on me. And you better not stagger, and you better not fight, 'cause the sheriff will arrest you, and his boys will shake you down. And you can bet your bottom dollar your jailhouse bound. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let that midnight special shine an ever-loving light on me. So this is the lesson for the Midnight Special, made famous by Leadbelly, of course, and I've put a link in the video description to a fantastic performance where he's accompanied by the Golden Gate Quartet. Really very powerful performance. My version is based on what Merle Travis played, and I mixed two of his versions. One, you'll find a link in the video description below, of a TV program, and he also recorded an instrumental version, much slower but with, well, hundreds of licks, a very long version and with a lot of variations. And I mixed those two versions and added a few things of my own. That's how it came about. And we're in standard tuning. And playing this out of the key of E. And if you're interested in the tab, please do open the video description and you'll find information there. I tapped out the whole thing, well, the intro, a typical verse, the first verse, the chorus of course, and the 2 solos and the end tag. And I also wrote the words of the first verse and the chorus under the tab, so that makes things easy to learn it, how to sing it. Okay, let's start with the introduction. And yeah, it has a swing feel, and I'm accenting often the 2nd and the 4th beat to do that. And I don't play like Merle with a muffled bass the whole time. I mix it. Sometimes it's muffled, sometimes it's a bit open, and sometimes it's the country blues bass, open and then mute. Like that. Okay, here's the introduction. And how you played it, that's a bit free, of course. You can play it how it is tapped out, well, rhythmically speaking. And you slide your long A chord, you slide that bar, half bar to the 9th fret, and add the pinky to the 12th fret. And then I prefer to use the fingers. And then I form an F sharp chord, but it's a B7 shape, moved up to the 9th fret, and only fretting chord strings 3, 4, and 6. So that B7 position, and then keep your 2 fingers on strings 3 and 4 like they are, and go with the temp to the 8th fret. Remove your 2nd finger, and then move the whole thing down, and you have a B7. Notice the muting too. Like that. I'm muting here by lifting my fingers. Alright, and then we have the verse. I'll play the whole verse slowly and sing also softly so you can hear what's going on. Well, you wake up in the morning, hear the ding-dong ring, and you march into the table, you see the same old thing, knife and fork on the table, ain't no pork in the pan. Alright, so we're starting in bar 5, just freehanding, then going to an A chord, and I prefer to play it like this, an A7, 2nd string, 2nd fret, and your 2nd finger to the 4th fret, to the 4th string, 2nd fret. So you can do that hammer on easily. And use your pinky to go to the A7. Moving it to an E. And in bar 8, that 2nd beat, you can replace that by simply a hit. And then in bar 9 we're going back to an E, E6, something Merle likes to use, that diminished chord here, 3, 2, 3, 2, so bar 9, and I use my 3 fingers in an upstroke to hit that chord, the first chord of bar 10. Down with the thumb, and then you change to a B9, best fingered like this, with the third finger fretting the first 3 strings, and you add the index to the 4th string first fret, and or the thumb or the second finger to the 6th string second fret. So in bar 11 we have an A7 which we're barring, and that pull off on the 2nd string, well, might be difficult. You can go around it, but typical turnarounds which I like to use, going to the 5th fret, 5th string, and 4th, in the 4th fret, 3rd string. 4 and 2, 1 and open, and back to an E. Knife and fork on the table. So we're sliding to a partial E7. And while doing that with the 2 fingers, normally I would do like this or like this for what's coming in bar 14. There we do, well, a partial A6 chord, just fingering 2nd fret of the first 2 strings, end of bar 13. And then your 3rd finger goes to the 5th string, 4th fret. Back to that A7, where we can hammer on like that. A7. And you hear that my 6th string is usually open and muted when I reach the next beat. Bar 17, E chord, adding E6, pinky to the 2nd fret, 2nd string. And then we have again that C sharp 7 diminished. Sorry. Bar 19. Turn around. So that's it for the verse. And then we have the chorus, and I'll play that slowly. Let the midnight, special shine a light on me. Let that midnight special shine an ever-loving light on me. Let the midnight, and so on. So that bar 21, let the midnight, and here in tap it's only 1 beat. You can do it with 1 beat, of course. Let the midnight special. But I let it ring, and I didn't do it in the performance, but sometimes I let it even ring 2 beats. Let the midnight special, and when you go night special, you're going down. Let the midnight special. A chord. And this is typical for Travis picking. That 2nd and 4th beat are accented and muted, but hit hard enough so you can hear the full chord. And And that's why it's important in Travis picking that you form the chords, not just, you could play like that, not just that 7th fret 4th string, but the full chord. Adding the pinky to the 8th fret 2nd string. Open. Now Merle uses that chord, this one, all the time, and how he does it, it's amazing. You could say that it's an A minor moved up 2 frets, and with the thumb wrap and the pinky for the 1st string. But in the chorus I went to a simple E7, not that E9, we will see that in the solo by the way, which is your D7 moved up to the 4th fret and the index is added to the 2nd fret of the 4th string. You have a nice E7 chord there. So bar 24. B7, A7, and in the middle of the 2nd beat of the 27th bar we change into a B9. Little variation in the turnaround there. And I'm sliding, although I'm sliding to the 1st fret of the 3rd string, it gives a little effect like that. Alright, let's do it one more time slowly. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let that midnight special shine an ever-loving light on me. Let the and then you repeat it. And sometimes in bar 29 I didn't do the beat rest. You can go straight on. Sorry. Let the midnight, or you can wait a beat. Let the midnight special, and so on. After every chorus of, when we sing Let the Midnight Special, we do a solo. So we're ending with the turnaround, bar 28. And then we go to bar 30. I'll play this solo now slowly. Sorry. All right. So we're walking into an A chord. Barring, half bar, 7th fret, 6th fret, 5, 5, adding the pinky, bending with the pinky, oh sorry, and I'm sliding down. It's not in the tab, but you can add a slide figure or don't do it. And go into our E7 there. Walking into our B7. So, and I'm using my or the temp or the 2nd finger to go to the 6th string, 2nd fret, and then a hammer on. Freehanding there. we have that. And it's only one pick. And when I'm going back to the second fret, 4th string, I'm playing the open E string, the beginning of bar 37. Where I left out a rest sign, I see. Well, we're not perfect. And between that, just before the last beat, we have a little rest there. So let's do it one more time, bar 36 and 37. And then we have our E chords, and I'm sliding the way Merle Travis does it, with lots of showmanship, temp slides. And sometimes I'm anticipating the open E string, the 3rd beat of measure 38, so I can make the slide a little bit longer. And here we have an interesting chord. Forgot to look up what it is. Will be A9 probably. And you have to use the pinky because we need all our fingers. 7th fret, 8th fret, 6th fret, 7th fret. And a slight bend on the 2nd string. And then we're going back to our normal A chord. Bar 40, 41. Here we have that horrible E9, where we have that A minor moved up 2 frets, adding the temp and the pinky. Open. B7, bending the 2nd string, sliding into A, B7, open E. E11, he liked to use that chord, and you can add the open E string as well if you want. Yonder comes Miss Rosie. How in the world do you know? I know her by her apron and the brush she wore. Umbrella on her shoulder, piece of paper in her hand. Her mind, let the midnight, and so on. And after the chorus the 2nd time, we're going into the 2nd solo. Instead of bar 28, we're playing bar 47. It's an alternate bar, alternate turnaround. Sliding, you play, I'm not pinching, I'm just using my thumb to play the open 4th string and the 1st fret of the 3rd string and sliding to the 2nd fret. 3rd finger to the 4th fret and going down. Sorry. that second solo starts at bar 48. Here we let, the first time we hit that open E, we let it rain. Long A chord. And I use my pinky to play the 5th fret 2nd string, and you see I'm gonna relieve my hand of the chords and play the open 4th string. Slide. Again that open. Sorry. Again bar 49. What I like about this solo is the movement on the 3rd string. It's a melody on itself almost. So after our long A chord section, bar 49 and 50, we're going to that horrible E9 chord. Of course, you can simply replace it by our easy E7 chord, which we done before, if you don't want the Merle Travis E9 chord. And that last beat of bar 52, not pinching, I'm playing with the temp, both strings, and going into that B7. Merle never uses, by the way, bar chords. He uses always the wrap round type chords. He had huge hands and could use his thumb for even the 5th string. So, bar 53. Sliding into, down and up into our A chord. Our E9. And there we have a B7 position. Sliding down to bar 56. One more time, bar 55 and 60 and 56. Two bars, 57 and 58 in our A chord. Moving into our E9, and from that last note of bar 58. And here, normally I don't write out ghost notes because it's often confusing. But here I definitely play a ghost note. So, but that is very soft. But it helps with the timing, those little ghost notes. And here the thumb does all the work. By the way, know that Merle Travis used only index and thumb. And players who do that, well, it's very hard to imitate them when you use both fingers or even 3 fingers. They have so much control with that one finger. That one finger does the work of 2 fingers. And that's also why they sound different. Reverend Gary Davis is also a very good example of that. And Doc Watson, of course. They're also 2 finger pickers. And many other blues guys too, like Lightning Hopkins. So all those open 4th and 3rd strings I play with the thumb. Starting with the last beat of bar 59. Open again, R. upstroke, and into our B7. So one more time, bar 59. Open, E chord, B7, A, B7, E. If you ever go to Houston, and so on. I'm not gonna do that again. By the way, in the lyrics that I glued on the tab there, the second line of the chorus, for Let the Midnight Special Shine a Light on Me, should be Shine an Ever-Loving Light on Me, of course. That on the sides. And then we just have to do the end tag. And you could do it either after turnaround or not. So after bar 27, when you vocalize it, ever-loving light on me. So hammer on. Let it ring into the next beat. Hammer on and pull off, pull off. Going into our E chords. Note the muting, mute. And that's a E7 move down, like that. So you got it, the Midnight Special. Have fun with it.